Hey guys, it's Nikki. So I'm a little uncomfortable to talk about this, but I'm gonna talk about it anyways. To completely start off, this video is not to bash anybody. It's not to cause any hate. It's not supposed to cause any drama, but I really wanted to talk about this. And this is really important to me, and I kind of wanted to share my experience with you guys. So obviously, by the title of the video, you guys are probably wondering what the hell. I talked about how I have gone to aesthetics school before in videos in the past. I haven't really talked about it a whole lot. I brushed on the subject lightly about how I didn't want to go to college, but I went to aesthetic school. Well, here is basically everything why I wanted to drop out. I'm not one who really sits there and feels defeated. I'm not one where I want to end something before I finish it. I like to conquer it all and go with the whole thing. But there are just some things that happened that made me feel like absolute when I went to school here. I'm not gonna name names, like I said. I'm not gonna do anything. This isn't to spread hate. This is just my opinion. I had decided to go to school for aesthetics when I was in high school, and I wanted to do something because I really wanted to focus on makeup artistry. And I knew that in aesthetics you did a lot with makeup artistry, and also too you learned a lot about skincare, so it kind of all went hand in hand with the aesthetics program. The school I went to has a program and a lot of people love it, so I decided to go on a tour and I fell in love with what they had to say to me. And they mentioned a lot about makeup, and that it was something that I was striving to do, so I was very excited for it. Flash forward, I graduated high school. I was already enrolled, I was signed up, I got into the program. So there were a couple instructors, which is why I completely just feel like this in the first place. One of them wasn't there because she had to leave, she was having a baby, so she wasn't there. We met her the first month, and then she obviously was gone. The other one, let's just call her Sally. Sally was the other teacher, instructor, anything like that that was there, and she was basically in charge of our class. When we all first met Sally, we thought she was this most gorgeous, like, humble person. We thought that everyone was going to be so helpful to us, and we were all like, this is great. Everyone in my class was like, this is great, we're all going to be great, this is going to be all fabulous. Didn't really turn out that way. When our one person left to go have her baby, we had, like I said, Sally. And with Sally, we also had a sub. So Sally was basically in charge of everything once they left. What happened? So Sally was very much somebody who was very more aggressive with how she approached situations and how she talked about things. She was somebody who really did intimidate me and kind of intimidate others. And overall, she was just kind of rude. You know, we get evaluated on certain things and we have tests that we have to do. And not everyone is going to be perfect at everything. And I know what you're going to say is, oh, you weren't the best at something, or you didn't feel like you were the best, so you're throwing a tantrum and making a video about it. No, that's not why I'm doing that. If there was something that I didn't do completely right or I did wrong, in her eyes, you know, instead of kind of sitting down and talking with me on ways that I can fix it, I kind of just got belittled and was just kind of like told that I wasn't good at these things, and these are why I wasn't good at it, and then like that was it, end of discussion. That started right before we started getting on the actual floor to do services on clients. So like to me at this point, I was already like, oh god, like they don't like me. And so like I felt belittled already. So I tried working hard. I really did, but it's just one of those things when you have someone who's so like, nope, you're not doing it right. Like it's very like, well, what the do you want me to do? It got to the point to where in her eyes, I didn't do anything right. And there was an evaluation that we had to do, and I didn't pass the evaluation by a point. She didn't pass me by a point. And what really made me angry about this is she called me into the office one day to sit me down and talk with one of the head people that run the school, and kind of sat down with me and talked about what I wanted to do out of the aesthetics program because I'm not getting it. And I told her that I mainly want to focus on makeup artistry. This is kind of what started the whole rebellion, I guess, for me, was because she flat out told me that I'm not going to get anywhere with just doing makeup, and that I I'm not gonna make it in the makeup world, and that I'm not gonna do all this and that. And it was very belittling. It really made my confidence level just like sink to the ground. And at that very moment, I had like 2.5 months left of school, and literally at that moment I was like, wow, I want to drop out. It started getting to the point to where I would sleep in to the latest I could just so I didn't have to go to school. My mom would have to come in and wake me up and be all like, are you like going to class today? Like, come on, get up, you need to go. And it was just getting to the point to where I would come home from school and cry my eyes out because I was like, I'm not wanted, I'm not being helped. I feel like when I walk in there, she just looks at me like, oh, you're here. And I just felt like I was unnecessary to even being there, that I didn't even need to be there. It sucked because to me, I personally felt like, and I'm not the only one who feels this way. I've talked with a few of the girls from my program, and we all feel the same way too. Like, we just felt like there was so much favoritism, and if you weren't a favorite, like, you knew it. Oh, there was so much fakeness that went along, and it sucks because I'm not trying to bash the program. I'm not trying to bash the instructors. But when one person can make you feel this way and basically can take away everything you're trying to work for, and when one person can seriously just make you feel like absolute shit, like, it's just like eye-opening. And I should have gotten the balls to stand up and be like, no, like, you're not going to talk to me this way. If you want me to change something, then why don't you suggest ways that I change it instead of me figuring it out on my own? And it sucks, like I said, because you have one person where you want to give up on all hopes and dreams because one person is ruining it for you. The moment where we got our graduation dates was like my moment of freedom, because I was like, I am out of here and I'm away from this person. Once we started getting towards the end, and it wasn't just me, she was physically mean to other people as well. You could see that she was just done. Like, it blows my mind that you have a working professional who acts like this. Towards the end of the program, I really thought about what I wanted to do, and I realized that this is not for me. Yes, I'm gonna continue to still do makeup on the side. Makeup's not my full-time job, and I love doing makeup, but it's more of a side gig for me. It's just really crazy now because you have other students that are in the programs, and we've had one program that just graduated right after us, and they loved it. And they said that they were the most helpful and best people you could ever have, and they learned so much. And so all of us, like, not all of us, I've talked to only a few girls, but a few of us, we just we shake our heads and we're like, wow. We literally got the raw end of the stick. And I feel like no one really did anything about it. I kind of feel like they were just kind of like, yep, like, bye, like, we did our time. And there were times where, like, we just didn't really do anything. We sat in class, we literally sat there and studied for 2 hours at most. And it's kind of like, you can only do so much. We would get yelled at if we tried to take a break. We would get yelled at if we tried to figure out what we were doing. Like, it was just insane things. Overall, this video is probably so chaotic because my thoughts are just coming out. Like, do I recommend if people go there? I mean, not for that program. And like I said, we probably just got the raw end of the deal, and I'm sure it's better now, but that was just too much. The level of respect that I had for them. And I have a high level of respect for working professionals completely went out the window. And especially when they told me that I wouldn't get anywhere with just doing makeup. And what's really funny is I sit there and I'm like, you, the instructor, you're a freelance makeup artist. So do not sit there and tell me that. Well, obviously, I graduated in February and I am a makeup artist and I have makeup clients, and you can follow my makeup Instagram linked down below because I showcase all my work on there. I have clients. So thank you for fueling my fire, for getting out there and putting myself out there as a makeup artist, because you're right, I wouldn't be here. And it's all because you guys fueled my fire to do this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Basically, you know, I didn't drop out, obviously. I finished the program, but I came really close to walking in and being like, I'm done. Overall, what to take away from this video is obviously know your worth, which is really ironic because they always kept saying, know your worth, know how much you're worth, like know what your skill level is. Well, you know, ladies and gents, know your worth. If somebody is belittling you to the point where you just want to call it quits, to the point where you lose passion for what you believe in, please stand up for yourself. And I'm not saying go in and cuss them out and everything like that. I'm strictly saying being like, no, you're not going to treat me this way. You're not going to act like this. Like, I am me. This is what I want to do, and I'm going to work hard towards it. And anybody should appreciate that you're working your butt off to try to get something done. So, know your worth. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Beginning of the title, this video is called Let's Talk. I want to start a new series on my channel where I talk about certain topics or certain things in society that I feel like could use an opinion on, and certain things that I want to open up for a place of discussion. So if you guys have any topics that you want me to talk about or that you want me to touch on, please leave them down below, or you can even message me on my socials, because I think this is a really good series to start. And also too, I want to be a discussion place where everyone can go to discuss their opinions on topics. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I know it was all over the place. I know it was kind of crazy, but I just had to get my thoughts out there. I just had to express this. Don't forget to also hit that little bell button down by that subscribe button to be notified when I upload. I try to upload every week. Don't be afraid to follow any of my social medias down below. I have my personal Instagram and my makeup Instagram, my Twitter, and my Depop. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.